Nomadic Fanatic got some curtains, and yes, they're custom. And Chrome, he's excited about his van build. Well, let me tell you, the differences in these builds, it's pretty vast. What's up, everybody? It's a fresh new week. How you guys doing? All right. Tater put the fronts and everything up on his overhead cabinets that are out way too far, still in my opinion. And he put the cabinet doors on, upper and lower. Now, I don't know. The top ones, he didn't show anything kind of like magnets or any kind of catchment system. So are they going to bang and flop around, or is he going to put something on there too, so when he closes them, they stay closed? I didn't see anything. Maybe I missed it, but I don't know. And then the bottom cabinet is just magnets. So I don't know. Is that going to hold, just a regular little magnet that, you tug on and the door pops open? Is that going to hold bouncing down the road, or the door's going to fly open? If something in there just falls and bumps against it, the door's going to fly open. Now, he did put the little kitty things on the drawers, so they're secure, but I don't know. I'm not too sure about the doors themselves on all these cabinets. Now, Tater said he was sick and he had to go to urgent care. I guess he has a sinusitis, a little sinus infection. He has that headache behind your eyes. He called it a migraine, but yeah, you get that whenever you get those sinus things. You get that ache behind your eyes, right there in the middle of your head, and so he was a little dizzy and off balance and just wasn't feeling right. So he went to urgent care and got some medicine. But I don't know. You'd think, I know he only has a couple days to get on out of there, but you'd think that, you would just take a bit and, take the medicine and relax for a bit instead of running around getting all crazy. And that way you can go hog wild, go at it the next day. But no, he didn't. So I guess that's Tater for you. Now he's got another thing he wants to spend some money on, and that is a quad. Apparently, Billy has a quad, and he's not happy with the one. He got another one, so Tater went out and bought all kinds of parts and filters and all kinds of shit and brakes and everything for this thing. So on top of the bus build, they're trying to get this thing running and everything so he can try to squeeze it in trailer swift and take that thing to quartzite so he has something to play with. And he's got the rest of his stickers on that thing. I don't know. I just don't know. The guy, he just needs to prioritize some stuff and just do shit. You know what I mean? Just do shit, get stuff done, and I don't know. Anyway, he got some curtains. That's the big story of the day in his video. He got some curtains. Now, Billy's wife, Michelle, she has been making these curtains for a while now, and now, I'm not saying that she didn't do a great job. They look great as far as the workmanship goes, and she had a lot to do because he had these blackout curtains with the reflectix on that he wanted sewn to the back of the regular fabric panels that were going to form these curtains and everything. So she did a bang up job. She did exactly what Tater wanted, and she got them all made with the little pocket for the curtain rod. She did exactly what she was asked to do. The fit was perfect for the windows and everything. So I'm not saying that her part didn't look good. She did a bang up job, but I don't know. They just don't look here. This is what they look like. I don't know. It's a nautical theme, but I don't know. It's the blue. I don't think it looks that great, but it's not my bus, but I'm just giving you.
That's my opinion!
Yeah, that's not anything else but that. It's just my opinion. And Tater doesn't give a shit what my opinion is, right? But I'm just saying, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. The whole aesthetic of the inside of the bus is a little bit wacky. He's talking about from the outside, you can see the reflectix in the front windows and everything. No one really cares about that unless you want to be stealthy, but you know, when you got a big blue bus parked somewhere and you got Nomadic Fanatic on the side, I'm sure nobody is saying, hey, I wonder if that's a school bus or a church bus or maybe a prison bus. No, they're like, somebody lives in the damn thing. So if they see some reflecting, that's not a big deal. The aesthetic of that through the window isn't the issue. It's the inside decor and aesthetic. And again, not dogging Michelle. She did a bang up job, but Tater's choice of fabric, not a fan. And then Tater goes on to act like that, like very common things, things that's been around. I mean, my grandmother had some of this stuff. He thinks is very special and one of a kind, and this new find that, I don't know, it's it's like a young kid, it's like a young teen hearing somebody doing a remix of David Bowie song and say, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, it's old. Like blackout curtains. Dude, I got blackout curtains downstairs. Spring rods. I have spring rods right over here. And magnetic hooks. I have magnetic hooks on the side of my refrigerator and on my my stove vent where I hang utensils. I have, spatulas and spoons and everything. Magnetic hooks. Oh, I just love these magnetic hooks. He's so excited because his bus is metal, so he can put these magnetic hooks on. And some of the curtains, Michelle put big eyelets in. And so look, magnetic hooks. Yeah, you can get them all different sizes. You can get little ones, big ones, giant ones. And you can see, it's just not little magnets of wherever you're from that you can stick all over everything. You can actually get magnets to serve a purpose. But yeah, so he was all excited about that. But I mean, spring rod. And he explained how see, you do this and you tighten it and you make it a little bit bigger and then see it's a spring in there. Dude, again, when I was a weein', my grandmother had spring rods. So yeah, they had them since the 60s and the 70s, maybe before that. So it's not a new thing. And come on, blackout curtains with some reflectics. Yeah, it's a pretty common thing. But then again, he does get excited for a spray nozzle on your on your faucet in your sink, which, tons of people have. But Tater, he went ahead and admitted some other things that he did that were kind of goofy that we all talked about, and that one was the cooktop. Now, we all know that the cats are going to stand on that cooktop, and if they stand in one spot, yes, they're going to be able to unlock it, and they're going to be able to turn that thing on, and somebody's going to get burnt, or something's going to get burnt, or the whole fucking bus is going to burn down. But he said, yeah, the cats are going to be able to turn. So I got this switch. I'm not going to use the GFI. So yeah, all that, his bright idea using the GFI as a switch. Yeah, he nixed that.
Idea of reaching down there to hit the reset on the GFCI every time to turn this off. I have to keep it off because the kitties do run up here and their paws will touch it. They can override the lock thing on it. So what I did is this guy. I'm going to use this. It's an AC plug, three prong, and a switch. So I'll leave it plugged in, but this switch, I'll just reach down there and hit a switch.
So he's got a regular switch instead of trying to use the GFI as a switch. So see, maybe sober Tater is a little bit smarter than your average tipsy Tater. I don't know. But at least he's finally catching on. And that reminded me too, he has the curtains up and they're on all those windows. So now you have the overhang of the upper cabinets. The countertop is right level below, so you can't get in there. And even Tater's short ass, his nose is it's above the cabinet, so he can't really see. And now you have the cooktop way back in there, right in front of the windows. So anything he cooks and it's going to get there's going to be grease and shit all over those curtains. And as cleanly as our Tater is, they're not going to get cleaned that often. So them things are going to look like hell. Not to mention, they're going to be covered in cat hair. And while I'm at it, and we're speaking of the cats, yeah, he took Kevin's spot. He is now voicing the cats. You know, like cameraman Kevin did. Hey, Dad, yeah. Hey, Daddy, how you doing, Daddy? Can I ride on the motorcycle, Daddy? Well, Tater's voicing the cats a lot more, and he's even kind of using the same voices as Kevin used to use for his dogs.
You running away from me, Tara? Yeah, Daddy, I'm running away. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Daddy, I'm running away, Daddy. Oh, my God. What are these people, 12? So then we find out that Tater needs glasses. Well, we knew that a little while ago. If you watch him, he's been throwing on his little cheaters so he could see some things, but he was looking at his medication bottles and he couldn't read it, so he had to put on his glasses, and he made a little declaration that the men in his family, they're either bald or they need glasses. And he's the first one that's both. So he took off his little hat and showed us his bald little dome and had his little glasses on. So, yeah, he claims to be the first with both. Dude, look. Let me just give you a little advice there, Tater Tot. You're getting older. As we get older, things change and things begin to stop working until one day they actually do stop working and we cease to be. We're just like an old machine. One day all the parts are just going to stop working and we will cease to be. You're getting older, dude. Even though your menu and your decor say otherwise, you are getting older, and yes, your eyes will get worse. So, instead of running around and spending your money on all kinds of dumb shit, instead of prioritizing putting stickers on Trailer Swift and buying another trailer to haul your motorcycle that you don't need, and then going and getting a fucking quad that you don't need, and one more vehicle that you have to shuffle around, you can't get the ones that you have shuffled around. So instead of doing all this, I say, why don't you prioritize yourself as you age and get things done? Like go to the eye doctor and get your annual eye checkup. Yeah, as you get old, that way you can actually get a prescription that matches your eye, not some things you pulled off the shelf at CVS or Walmart probably. That's probably why you have a headache, and that's probably why you're a little bit dizzy. You probably do have a sinus infection, but you're just grabbing some old glasses. Oh, let's see these work. Yeah. Why don't you go to the eye doctor, dude? You got big time money. You can buy buses and trucks and cars and trailers and more trailers and Harleys and Harley shirts and go to Disney and buy magnets and fucking $70 popcorn buckets. Go to the fucking eye doctor, dickhead. See, most people, as you age, your priorities kind of take a change. You switch priorities. It's not all about, when you're young, going out and running around and partying and having fun all the time. And when you get older, you go, oh shit, even though you don't have kids, you still have priorities. You go, okay, maybe I better start taking care of myself. Maybe I should start getting little checkups to see if everything's okie dokie. And take care of your eyes, especially you. The great Nomadic Fanatic.
You see that little check mark?
How are you going to drive around if you can't fucking see, knucklehead? You got 19 vehicles, and you're going to go get more, and you got your big gaudy bus, but you ain't going to be able to drive. But you'll drive it anyway. But yeah, you'll be like good old Timmy. Can't see shit, but you'll still be driving around. So you're going to be behind the wheel of this 45-foot behemoth that you can't see out the damn door. And now you can't see, period, because you just won't prioritize the right things and you won't get your eyes checked. Go get glasses, dude. Get over yourself. Go get some contacts if you don't like your nerdy glasses. What would you rather do? Be able to drive all your shit and see? Or look cool? Well, you don't anyway. All right, now we got Chrome, the Chrome Project. Yes, I do like the name change because, he's got his business. He does like to hang in the shop more, and he does other things. So it's not just all about van life. Yeah, it is still about van life, and his channel really didn't change a whole lot. But with the name change to the Chrome Project, that opens it up. So whatever ventures he gets into next, whatever he decides to do next, if it happens to be in the shop and showing you this or that and the other thing, or doing whatever, and it's not always in a van, then people can't bitch. Your van's in a van, you haven't been in your van for 3 days. So I kind of like the name change, and I'm sure you lose some subscribers, you gain some subscribers, but yeah, it'll all come out in the wash. But yeah, his van build, his new build is underway, and it has been underway for a while, but I've been watching both. I watch both, and look, the comparison is just crazy. The differences between Tater's build and Chrome's is just, it's wild. I mean, like I just said, Chrome, he started a business and he has income, and he, put things away, took care of things, did things, built his shop, got his online presence, hired some people, and got everything up and running. And then Tater spends money as soon as it hits his hand, poof, he's got to go run and buy something. He's got to go buy parts for something that doesn't run. He's got to try to fix. He's got to do all kinds of dumb shit, and Chrome, he buys new, and he buys nice, and he pays professionals to do quality work with quality parts. There he is at Andy's. So he's at Andy's and he's getting work done, and it's not just whatever, and he just doesn't throw whatever in,
Those are the hood ones, and then the only ones that haven't come are the ones on the top of the light, where the light bar would be.
Okay.
Yep. And then these ones here will be the ones that'll be mounted up on the hood brackets.
So he goes and he gets things, good quality parts and installed by people who know what the hell they're doing. And Tater does shit work by himself, hacks and chops and pokes holes in things and tears things apart, and gets shit from Amazon and thrift stores. So you have that big difference right there. But that's not it. Chrome thinks. He works, reworks, edits, does changes, goes over things with people that know what they're doing. And, it's like, would this be better? I would like this. And they say no. And they go and they think through everything and then make changes as you do. And you get this whole thing all laid out and ready prior to install. Tater, he just throws shit at the wall to see if it sticks. And if it doesn't, he might fix it later. So he buys, rebuys, and does all his other shit. He doesn't take the time to do things. Chrome also prioritizes things and does things in a sensible order. You can't put the roof on before you get the foundation laid. And, and he realizes that these things take time and he's going to have to wait. Oh, but our Tater, oh no, he does everything all willy-nilly and he wants it now. I mean, come on, you're going to go in and start painting walls and hang decorations before you got all the walls up and the floor. I mean, he just does things, I don't know. I don't know how, and I don't know why. Now, yes, all that being said, as much as I do like Chrome, I wouldn't spend $200,000 on a bus or a van, a home on wheels. I would actually buy a house with $200,000 or something else. But hey, that's not me. That's them. If they got the money and that's what they want to do, then more power to them. Again, that wouldn't be my choice. But again, I watch both, and the comparison is night and day. And I understand wanting to do shit your way. I get it, Tater. I get it. You want to do it your way. You want to try to make it different than everybody else's. But there is a correct way. And that's the thing. You have to incorporate the right way with your design and your build. You can still do it your way. But dude, you really got to try to do it the right way as well.
This is Blind Views, and that's how I see it.
What we do here is go back.
Loud.